Salam. Sprung Snare 3, guys. Alright, let's hit it.
هذا ليس صحيحا ببساطة.
Arabic as a cultural unifier. Long, Longa linguistic presence. Longa linguistic presence. Longa linguistic presence in the Arabic Peninsula. The Eastern Mediterranean Arabic expanded all over the empire through the conquest of the 7th and 8th centuries and the establishment of Arabic-speaking diasporas and colonies. Through a combination of deliberate policies and peer pressure, it eventually became the lingua franca of much of a territory stretching from the Pyrenees to the Himalayas. Many factors explain the expansion popularity of Arabic. First and foremost, it was the liturgical language of Islam, as mastery was necessary to read and understand the Quran and other religious texts. The slow and steady spread of this religion across the empire therefore led to the adoption of the sacred language by the new converts. Moreover, by the 720s, much of the administration of the empire had become Arabicized. Those wishing to advance socially and politically therefore found it well worth their effort to learn Arabic. Finally, as something akin to a common tongue, it became the language of trade, arts, and sciences between the various peoples of the empire. Despite being the dominant language of the empire, Arabic was not the only language spoken in. Among other languages spoken were Persian in Iran, Syriac in Syria, Berber in North Africa, Coptic in Egypt, and Hebrew wherever there was a Jewish community. It is probable that most inhabitants of a cosmopolitan city like Baghdad spoke a little bit of multiple languages. Okay.
יודע כמה לדרוש עבור 10 יחידות של סרט. שהשוק השתנה בן לילה. בשבוע שעבר, 2 מהלכים.
So, Naji, it looks like everything worked out in the end.
The Bureau was not easy to convince, but I persisted. With training, my hands will grow steady and deadly.
If you pursue your goal with such passion, you will surely succeed.
Thank you for setting me on the right path, Basim. Take this as a token of my appreciation. أسمعت آخر خبر؟
Translation movement. In the 8th century, a well-funded and sustained effort to acquire manuscripts of various cultural origins and translate them into Arabic began in Baghdad, led by scholars working in the city's House of Wisdom. This movement contributed to the preservation and spread of ancient knowledge while facilitating new discoveries. The opposite caliphs sponsored these translations, and some even took some personal interest in the work of the translator. They seem to have giving special attention to astrology and astronomy, which were believed to be useful in providing auspicious dates for important undertakings, as well as to medicine, which was, of course, necessary for their own survival. Their example was followed by other important members of the social elite. Administrators wished to acquire mathematical skills to assess revenues and maintain irrigation systems. Muslim theologians found it helpful to translate Greek dialect texts, especially Aristotle, to support Islamic beliefs in the face of non-Muslim critiques. Courtiers wanted to establish or solidify their intellectual credibility by reading historical and military books in order to shine in public events. The translations were often carried out by Persians or Syrians who spoke both their native tongue as well as Arabic, and often used Middle Persian or Syriac as an intermediary language. The translators would send for manuscripts from Greek-speaking Byzantium, or they would go there themselves to look for books. Some texts were also acquired through diplomatic channels, such as the Zij al-Sindhi, astronomical tables brought by an envoy from India to the court of al-Mansur. The translated works were then copied and read all around the Opposite Empire and even beyond its borders. Some Greek philosophical works and Indian mathematical books translated and reworked in Baghdad went on to be very influential in 12th and 13th century Europe, for instance.
Not yet. Not yet.
Nothing can hide from us, Enkidu.
سنحتاج إلى تعقب الحركة والقياس في وقت واحد.
Astronomy and astrology. It is said that if you are ever lost in the desert, looking at the stars will help you steer your way to safety. Like their Umayyad predecessors, the opposite Khalifas certainly believed in the truth and usefulness of stargazing and founded the construction of observatories and the translation of many Greek, Indian, and Persian astronomical works. One of the most important Arabic works of astronomy from this period was the 10th century treatise of the fixed stars, a commentary on Ptolemy's Almagest of Abd al-Rahman al-Sufi. Illustrated with depictions of stars and constellations from classical antiquity, it was widely copied and used for centuries later. Al-Sufi is credited as the first astronomer on record to have observed the Andromeda galaxy. Is that right? Opposite astronomers were not only interested in the science of astronomy, they were also interested in its practical applications, especially astrology, the art of determining auspicious days for activities. For instance, Al-Mansur sought the help of astrologers in choosing where and when to build Baghdad. Attempting to decipher the future in such a way required an extensive understanding of the movements of the heavenly bodies. Time-consuming observations and elaborate calculations were needed to create astronomical tables that describe the precise positions of the moon, the sun, and the 5 known planets: Mercury, Venus, Mars, Saturn, and Jupiter. Special events such as floods, invasions were noted next to them and could be used to suggest causality between the stars and human life. Astronomy was therefore seen as a tool for astrology, but it could also be used on its own for calculating prayer times or land surveying. Whatever their final objective, opposite-era astronomers contributed enormously to astronomical knowledge and were responsible for the discovery of many stars. Altair, Aldebaran, and coinage of many astronomical terms, azimuth, nadir, that are still used today. Cool.
My end comes too soon. I am not ready. My heart, Yasri, it fails me.
Let me find you some help. Perhaps there is a doctor I can take you to.
Too late.
Yet, there are still many things I must do. My life's work. A treatise upon the heavenly stars. I must get it to the House of Wisdom before my rivals claim it and steal my glory.
If you wish, I can deliver the treatise for you.
And then, there is my beloved son. Today, he and I argued most bitterly. Without his forgiveness, I cannot...
I will fetch him so that you can make your peace.
No. The treatise first. Help me retrieve it. Please.
I shall do so. My father was an architect. He too had his glory stolen by a rival. Be my eyes, Enkidu.
My heart!
Citizens of Baghdad, the rebels have met a new defeat. Rejoice in our Khalifa's swift
Astronomical instruments. Long before the invention of the telescope, ancient civilizations developed ways to chart the heavens, building on their knowledge. Opposite scholars improved their methods to create instruments still in use today. The most important and perhaps the most long-lived was the astrolabe. It was created in the 3rd century BCE by Greek astronomers as a way to hold the universe in the palm of your hand. As an astrolabe is indeed an engraved circle representing the stars rotating in the pre-Copernican geocentric thinking of the time around the Earth. A circle in the middle of an astrolabe represents the user set on a line that represents the horizon. Various points indicate known stars from the 8th century onwards. Opposite astronomers improved the astrolabe by adding elements for deciphering the date and hour of the day or other engraved discs pointing to the stars that could be seen at different latitudes for use by travelers. This apparatus had many uses, determining the time of rising and setting of the sun and stars, calculating the height of buildings or the length of river crossings, and finding the prayer time or direction of Mecca. Obviously, the astronomers found hundreds, if not thousands, of different ways to use this handy instrument.
Show me the path ahead.
Yeah.
then seek out Asif the camel seller for the best beast of burden that ever strode the desert down. أفضل عشاء.
لكن علي مساعدة أبي العجوز بعد المغرب. إنه يعاني وكاد يسقط أرضا مرة أخرى. لا يوجد خطر في عقله.
عن تقلبات الحصان. سأراجع الفكرة بدقة رغم ذلك. لن يعد الأمر. إذا انقشع الغبار يمكننا الجلوس في الخارج.
I need your help, my friend.
وجود مكتبة خاصة.
The Muhtasib would like to remind all merchants that the price limit set.
Sit. I will find the treatise.
It has 3 pages, each separate from the others. Please Find them for me.
هل قرأت أحدث تعديلات ابن علي؟ لهذا الذكاء ذلك المدعو مثلا.
ذلك أشبه كثيرا بما تطرحه.
Show me everything.
ما الذي يجري؟
These numbers are beyond my understanding.
Have you found them, Ya Sadiqi? Have you found the 3 pages?
لم يتسنى لي قط.
The wind is picking up. Its profundity weighs heavily in my hands.
Have you found them, Ya Sadiqi? Have you found the 3 pages?
Cast your gaze, Kido.
ما مشكلتك؟ ذلك أيها الكلب. حسنا، ليس الفكرة عن قضاء وقت.
There's always little secrets in his game you don't really see until you see it.
Have you found them?
No, I haven't.
Ya
Fuck off.
Sadiqi?
Fuck off. I haven't found it.
Have you found the 3 pages?
There you are. That is all of them. I must return to the astronomer.
Unseen letter from Father's son, my dearest son. Some things are better written rather than said. Perhaps if I had taken this approach earlier today, we could have avoided our argument. I want to make something clear to you. My studies are indeed my life's work, but they are not my life's joy. No, it is you who are my true joy. Please believe me. After the passing of my beloved wife and your most cherished mother, well, life has not been easy for either of us. Each has sought his own escape from the grief to lost and isolated souls. Yet as their father, it was my duty to be there for you. I was not in the past, but I am now. Let mine be the shoulder that you rest your head upon, and upon which you find solace. Whenever you are ready, come to me, and together we shall heal ourselves. Your ever-loving father. Sad. Doctor's letter. Al-mahani. The palpitations in your chest continue to worry me. For this reason, I have drawn up a list of foods to help with the condition. Spinach, chickpeas, dates, citron. Both the sweet and the bitter varieties. Olive oil in place of sesame oil. Only small quantities of meat and with the fat carved off. Bread made from sorghum flour, but not wheat, barley, or rice flour. Follow this list and you will surely live to become a grandfather. Your friend, Hanayan ibn Nasir al-Tusi. Note to self, perhaps I'm going mad, but an idea has just come to me and I must write it down before it's lost. Establish theory places our planet at the center of the universe, and around it revolves the sun, the moon, and all the other planets. But what if the theory is wrong? What if it is we trapped on our rock and we revolve around the sun? There, matter or not, I have written it down. I fear the world is not yet ready for this idea, and so I must keep it out of my official studies. But once I am done, I will explore it more fully. That is my pledge. Man, ahead of his time.
No, no. This is not how it was meant to end. My father. He has passed from this life.
أحسن الله عزاءكم.
The spirit left him before I arrived. Though his body remains warm to my touch. We argued earlier. It was my fault. I came to make amends. But I was too late. And you? Who are you?
A momentary friend. I retrieved your father's treatise. And now I offer it to you. He said it was his life's work.
His life's work?
Those were his words, yes.
I see. And me? What did he say of me?
He begged me to seek you out. But I ignored him. and chose to secure the treatise for the sake of posterity.
Posterity? La'anak Allah! I am his child! And you denied me my final moments with him? Just go. The sight of you makes me sick. Let me grieve my father in peace.
That was unfortunate, but I think it might have been for the best.
حل ببعض الأدب أيها الأبله.
صعوبة في العثور على أبي جعفر.
What see you, my friend?
Calculating the Earth's circumference. In opposite Baghdad, every scholar knew that the Earth was spherical. They knew it because they had read about it and translated ancient Greek manuscripts. Most importantly, Ptolemy's al-mahani, which was translated by the great Abbasid astronomer al-Sufi. They also knew it because they had used simple geometric concepts and trigonometric equations to calculate its circumference. Wow. Around 240 BCE, a Greek mathematician named Eratosthenes had used shadows projected by wooden rods to calculate what two cities were separated by 7 degrees, or 1/50th of a sphere. He then multiplied the distance between those 2 points by 50 to get the size of the Earth within 5% of modern calculations. Sometime around 830, a team of senior mathematicians recreated his experience, improving on their predecessor's method. They tried to diminish the risk of error by using points separated by a single degree. Traveling from Baghdad to the surrounding desert and trying to follow a north-south road, they stopped when they reached a point where the elevation of the pole star had changed by a degree. Their calculations were similar to those of Eratosthenes. Later, another scientist, Al-Bruni, got even better results by using a mountain as his measuring rod. Both expeditions were motivated in part by the desire to know the extent of their territory compared by their rivals, and by Islam's requirement to pray facing Mecca, Kaaba, no matter your position in the world, a proof that religious belief and scientific pursuits don't always come into conflict. Okay, nice.
Huh. That is a lot of books.
Do not think I am a librarian. I am a writer. Many of these are my own works. Though I do collect, it is true. This city hides other rare and ancient tomes. If you should find one, bring it here. I'll make it worth your time. Ha! Very good! It is certain no other in the city has seen this. If you find any more, I am here. Do you have something for me?
Not as yet.
Oh, perhaps next time we will both find more than idle words and disturbance.
رأيت ريم فأريد منك الحرص على إخبارها.
Modulus, intellectual salon. Entertainment took many forms at the opposite court, from elaborate falcon hunting expeditions to buffoons being catapulted into pools. But one type of event epitomized the period: the intellectual salon, or modulus, used to describe both a social gathering and the location where it took place. A typical modulus featured intellectual debates, musical performance, poetry, recitation, and wine drinking. Salons were held in various venues, from Halifal gardens to elite estates. Halifas sometimes presided over them, but ministers and courtiers were also keen to show their sophistication by hosting their own events. A modulus was indeed an opportunity for refined entertainment for members of the elite, as well as a chance for the guest performers to draw the attention of these elites through magisterial lessons on astronomy, lively debates between Muslims and non-Muslims on religious tenets, or free-flowing discussions full of witty repartees and crude sexual jokes. Newcomers could expect to make themselves known. Instant fame and fabulous wealth were on the line, in the form of sponsorship for one's work, or even the permanent position as a Halifal scholar. Nice.
يجدر بي العودة في الوقت المناسب.
Scientific method. The opposite period was characterized by important achievements that profoundly shaped the pursuit of scientific knowledge. One of the most compelling is the emergence of what we think of today as a scientific method, a culture of checking the results and the data of other intellectuals, whether those were one's contemporaries or famous figures from antiquity, such as Ptolemy. Tools such as this mortar or this alembic were crucial in this activity. Scholars at the time were competing for the Khalifa's patronage and funds. They therefore needed new ways to acquire knowledge and justify their discoveries. This stimulated their thirst for translated works of science from historical or foreign authors. Checking the astronomical calculations or mathematical proofs of these famous scientists, and if possible, improving upon them or even proving them wrong, was a great way to make oneself known. Scholars working in the House of Wisdom therefore feverishly tested and commented on the results of their predecessors and rivals. They replicated experiments and tried to improve their methods and ways of calculation. When the results differed from their peers, they tried to explain why and push their investigation further. And the attempts to calculate the Earth's circumference through the reproduction of an ancient Greek experiment by a team of mathematicians, including the great Khwarizmi Khwarizmi, Khwarizmi, and the improvements made on this team's methods and results by al-Biruni are the best examples of the implementation of this system of scientific method and peer-reviewed experiments. Cool.
بيانات التجارب وأمورها في وقت لاحق من الأسبوع. نتعامل جيدا مع أصدقائنا وجيراننا الجميل.
What do you see? I have found my mark. I need your eyes, my friend. They are not expecting trouble. I could likely slip in without any bloodshed. I am here to get you out.
Alhamdulillah. There is only one small problem. I have suffered some injuries, and I am not sure I can walk.
Why did the bandits kidnap you?
They uncovered an ancient legend concerning a great treasure in this region. And given that I am an historian of some renown, they assumed I might be of use in locating said treasure.
Hey, where did... Oh, you'll be back.
I'm actually gonna wipe out this bandit camp as soon as I get some this shit they got, because I don't need them around. I rescued where I gotta take him. Shit.
Someone, please help me!
A fine finish. You are safe here. Now, about this treasure.
Treasure? Ha! There is none. At least not of the golden variety. Of course, I could not tell the bandits that. Otherwise, they would have slit my throat and moved on.
So, if not gold?
It is the water that flows beneath our feet. In a barren land, that water is more precious than many armfuls of gold.
I see. Alhamdulillah.
Alright, now time to wipe him out. Alright, the bip. Yeah, I think I need this, but I'm going on Kudu's next, so I'm gonna need that. Because there might not be treasure, or, you know, like magic treasure, still treasure to be found here. And I'm gonna get them by wiping them out.
Pathetic!
I will kill you!
Is it my turn? Come, be crushed!
Stitching yourself yet?
You are mine! There you are!
Dare you!
Treasure notes out here. So where this great treasure you tell us? So where this great treasure you tell us about? We digging up for weeks and and find nothing but mud and water and stones. I started to think we has been lied to, told children stories of things that are not here. You need find wise man, big brains in his head, and treasure here. He can use the big brain to point to it. Then we cut off his head and take all the treasure for us, Zaki. Oh shit. Gotta wipe these guys out before they hurt somebody else. Alright guys, all that first one here, Brunson 3 out. Then who knew? Thanks for watching.